Alright, the day has come to finally turn this thing into a giant box by putting the sheathing slash siding on it. And the stuff I'll be using is this ply 1 underlayment. It's typically used for tile floors and stuff as like kind of a vapor barrier in a way. So that means it has exterior rated glue on it holding it together, which means if that were to ever leak somehow, it's not going to instantly delaminate and get all messed up. So I can't think of a better product to use. This is pretty much what they use on production campers, except the stuff they use in production campers I don't think is this exterior rated stuff. So yeah, I'm using better stuff, I guess. So the stuff I got for actually applying the resin and sealing the wood completely, got these 3/8 nap roller covers. They didn't have 1/4 inch. That's what I wanted to use, but they didn't have them in 3-packs, so I had to get the 3/8. Then I also got these Bondo putty blade things, and I actually put the boards on. I got these number 8 1 1/4 inch screws. I should not have to pre-drill for those. I really hope I don't have to, because my brand new snap-on drill that I just bought 3 weeks ago already quit on me. So I really don't have a drill. Not a reliable one. So these should be fine though. They're pretty small, so I don't think they're going to split those 2x2s. They should be fine. Anyways, I'm going to start with the roof because that's the hardest part. So I might as well rip the band-aid off and get going on it. There's our first ceiling panel. It's not perfect, but that's what happens when you use just basic construction 2x4s and 2x2s and stuff. But that's not an issue because I have a cordless router with a flush bit that will trim these to be absolutely perfect. So it doesn't matter in the end. Plus, I will do all the corners with an extra layer of fiberglass, so even more so. You're never going to see that, so it doesn't matter. After getting all 3 ceiling panels on, I threw on 2 panels for the back wall, and here you can see I'm putting on the first panel for the side wall horizontally for 2 reasons. One, there was a window right about where 2 panels vertically would have seamed, which that kind of would have made things a little complicated, so I decided not to do it that way. And 2, this was a far more efficient way to use the sheets. There was less wastage this way. Especially looking back on it now, this was definitely the way to go. Although I do kind of wish I had done this sheet on the lower 3/4, not the upper like that. But you know what? I made it work. Alright, I have to call it a day because I ran out of screws. So I'll have to go and get more. I also need to get more of these sheets. I think 4 is the number I need to get. So another $120. So that's fun. And then like another, I don't know, 50 for screws. Screws are like stupidly expensive. It's ridiculous. I hate that so much. But yeah, I'm overall pretty happy with the progress I made today. If I stand in here, it starts to reverb a little bit, so that's nice. And then it doesn't wobble anymore either. It's very strong. So that means our shear strength is starting to come in, and if it's not in already. This back wall was where a lot of the shearing was happening, and with the sheathing on that now, it's like obviously completely gone. So super nice. I think 6 will be the number though for sheets, because one sheet can complete the rest of this as well as this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's the number. So that's what I'm going to go with. Anyways, we will carry on tomorrow. Well, I still can't find the charger for that stupid multi-tool, so I have to resort to slightly more aggressive methods. Alright, all the sheathing's done. I knew if I didn't put down the camera and just get to work on this thing, it was never going to get finished today. So that's what I did, and it paid off. Everything but the floor is done, which is as planned, so I'm fine with that. Here's the inside. It is sitting on its seasonal stand that I just whipped up real quick with some 4x4s pressure treated, because they are in contact with the ground, so I don't want mold creeping up into this thing. But yeah, looks really good. I'm so far pretty satisfied with it. As for what comes next, we have to start sealing this thing before it rains in like 3 days. So that means throwing on a prime coat of Total Boat Marine Epoxy, and then after that I will cut some strands of fiberglass mat and go around all these corners with an extra layer of resin on it, and then you got to glass the whole thing. So yeah, it'll be a process, but well, we got to get it done, so we're gonna get it done. The very next day I rolled on the prime coat of epoxy resin. It's the Total Boat High Performance Marine Epoxy with the slow hardener. It's still in a timer though, so there wasn't any time to actually talk about it. Just had to get rolling on it as soon as I started. All right, well, I just bit the bullet and I bought $2,100 worth of aluminum for this thing. You heard that right, $2,100. That's a lot of money for a lot of aluminum. Anyways, I did it because we can't seem to go like a day or two without rain. It's been extremely rainy this year. For what reason? I don't know. It has not been this rainy in probably at least 10 years. It's been a long time since it's rained almost every single day like this. Just ridiculous. This is the last sunny day I have before rain again. So, yay, I guess. It's going to rain for 2 more days, and then it'll be dry for 3 more days, and then it'll start raining again. That's what the forecast looks like. Also, 90 degrees, which that's pretty typical nowadays for this area of Michigan during the summer. So, whatever. Anyways, to go over what I got for this thing, there's 4 sheets of 3000 something grade, bright finish diamond plate up here. Look how beautiful this stuff is. Just absolutely gorgeous. Love it. It's going to look super nice. It's for the bottom, like, pan area in the bed there. So that's kind of for protection's sake. And then right below that are 12 sheets of standard brushed aluminum, 040 thickness. That's kind of a standard thickness for trailer siding. So that's what I went with, of course. And then I have 2.5 inch by 2.5 inch by 1/8 inch thick aluminum angle. And right below that is 2 inch by 1/8 inch thick aluminum flat stock. This is 6061 stuff, the more structural stuff. I'm hoping these corners kind of give it a little more rigidity. I know for a fact that they're going to protect the corners from getting damaged. That's kind of the whole point. As well as making it look nice, obviously. But yeah, so there's a lot of aluminum here. So, of course, it was a lot of money. But I think in the end it'll pay off because I'll never have to paint it. I'll never have to polish it. And it'll never corrode. At least not in the first 30 years of its life. So, yeah, it should look pretty good. I think it'll pay off. But I have a show to go to tonight, so I won't be doing anything today, but tomorrow we're going to start skinning this thing because I want to be past this part of it. It's been a huge ordeal. I want to work inside of that thing now. I'm tired of working on the outside of it. I'm just over it. I want to get inside, that way it can rain all at once. Once I get this stuff on, it can rain all at once. I don't care anymore. Then I'll get the door on it, and I'll have a nice seal-off box with some windows on it. So here's where we're at. I cut the holes for the windows now, and I got 3 metal sheets up on the roof. Unfortunately, they got kind of scratched, but there's just no avoiding that, unfortunately. They're mostly just dirty, but you can see there are some scratches in it here and there. But as we use this thing, it's going to have branches scraping across it anyway. So, one way or another, it's going to get scratched up. But those are cut to size, ready to screw down. I need to get these side pieces on as well. And then I can put on the corner trim up there, as well as the seams and everything with the butyl tape. And it'll be watertight. And I won't have to tarp this thing anymore. That's my goal by Sunday night, is not having to tarp it. So, yeah, we'll see if we get there or not. Coming along nicely. The sun is now behind the trees, which helps a lot. It's kind of cooled down just a little bit. The way I'm cutting these is quite simple. Just measuring what I need and then marking it with a dry erase marker. I'm using that little sheet there as a straight edge. These don't need to be perfect because I have 2.5 inches of trim to work with, so it really doesn't matter much at all, honestly. Just as long as it's watertight, which it will be since I got the butyl tape for it. So, anyways, looking pretty good. Got my diamond plate on, as well as the rest of the regular aluminum, and I also got some trim on. The whole roof is 100% trimmed, caulked, and sealed, all good to go. Just need to trim that flashing tape that you can see up there, and that's it really. Got some of that on as well on the back. Same thing on the other side, this and this. I didn't get nearly enough of that stuff. I don't know why I thought 4 of those would be enough. It wasn't even close. But yeah, so it is what it is. I already got some more. Got the email that it arrived. I just need to go pick it up. Oh, it was also one of these short, one sheet short of that, so that's fun. It's another $220, so that's a total of $2,300 worth of aluminum on this thing. Stupid, really stupid. Well, I completely lost track of how long it's taken me to do this. I'll figure it out once I actually go to edit this video, but I don't know. I think I'm about a month into this, something like that. Like I said, no clue. But got about 80% of this trim done. I probably have 72 hours in trim alone, which is just absurd to think about. But, well, that's kind of the way trim is. Even on like a house or something like that, it just takes forever to do, and it's just a migraine the whole time. Got these 2 pieces, and then the rest of the bottom, and trim will finally be done. However, I don't have enough. Yay! Have to go spend more money on aluminum. It's so much fun. I love it. However, in better news, I got my door. I think I mentioned that I decided to scrap the idea of building a custom door. If I didn't, or it got cut out of the video, I'm not building a custom door, as you can see. I decided to go with regular door because I didn't want to deal with the door not shutting right or something stupid like that. And I also wanted a screen door, and my custom door definitely would not have had a screen door. So yeah, the solution was simple. Just buy a door. Just buy once, cry once. $617 shipped to my door is a door. It's 24 by 72, of course, like I had planned. Fits perfectly. I already dry fitted it. And it's right hand swing, which is the only option for this size that I could find, of a reputable brand anyway. And yeah, so that's what I get to deal with. However, it doesn't really matter that it's a right hand swing. It does kind of suck that it's on the short end, but I mean, what do you do? If I were to have it on this side, I wouldn't be able to have my outdoor light. It would kind of be in the way. Well, I suppose I could, because I do plan on putting a shock on it, just a regular door shock instead of just one of those latch things that were on a lot of the older campers. So it'll just open kind of 90 degrees out this way. Good enough. Anyways, I'm going to throw this thing in. I am not putting butyl tape on this. You're kind of supposed to, but I'm not going to, because this is not standard siding. If I were to actually have to replace this door, which I hope the hell not, the butyl tape would be like pulling on this, and it would just be awful for it. It would probably damage it if I had to guess. So, not going to do that. I'm just going to put a nice bead of caulk around the whole thing and hope it doesn't leak. So, anyways, I'm going to throw this thing in real quick. There. Now it ain't going nowhere. There we go. Door's in. Hope it opens and shuts correctly. doesn't even rattle either. That's what I'm talking about. Well, see you guys later. Ha! You thought. We still have some stuff to do. Alright, let me show you guys inside the crib. Does anybody say that anymore? I don't know. Got my pet circular saw. Another pet leaf blower. Up here is where I sleep very uncomfortably with my toy calipers, which totally forgot those were in here. So yeah, looking pretty good. I am going to wait to install these windows, or cut them out I mean, until I actually get the windows, because I just want to make sure that these are 100% correct. It's a good thing that the door was. Alright, all the vertical and upper horizontal surfaces are caulked. You may wonder why I didn't do the bottom of the horizontal surfaces, and that's because this is actually an industry standard that you'll see on pretty much every trailer out there. On all the trim pieces, they caulk the upper side but not the lower side, and that is because if water were to penetrate this caulking and get behind this trim somehow, it has a place to drain out the bottom. So, pretty neat, isn't it? All the vertical surfaces are caulked though, because as you're going down the road, rain is beating up against it, it will get in there. So you want to at the very least do the front ones. The back ones you could probably get away with, but I figured I'd do all those anyway. It's probably the smarter decision. But yeah, so everything is caulked that needs to be. I will do these lower pieces. They probably don't need to be caulked, but I'm just going to do them anyway. And of course the door is caulked in as well. So this thing is pretty much weather resistant. I won't call it weather tight until the floor is on. Well, it's about 45 million years later, and I have the trim about 85% done. I think somewhere around there, maybe 92%. That's a more accurate number. Got the jacks back on. Got the floor, or the subfloor anyway, is installed. It's quiet, peaceful. Don't have to hop on the studs anymore like American Ninja Warrior or something like that. But it's fully enclosed, 100%. It's finally over. No more Bluetooth floor. No more wind and rain coming in here, destroying things. Though it never did really get a chance to do that because I was so hasteful about it. But yeah, we just need windows on this thing now, which is coming next in the next video. But speaking of windows, I kind of messed up on the two front ones. Get it in screen mode to let more light in, because you can't really see in here, it's too late in the day. I had those cut for 12 by 14. You still really can't see it, but they were too small. 12 by 14 windows don't exist, at least in an openable version. So I had to up it to 14 by 16, which is totally fine. It's just, I did kind of want a smaller window, but we'll make it work. I have to fix one of my angle things. That stupid thing split on me for no reason. No idea why it did that. It just kind of fell apart. Anyways, I think that kind of covers everything that's happened. Purple key. Oh, it looks blue on the camera. It's actually purple, I promise. There you go. All locked and stuff. Anyways, I think that sums everything up. Not much else to really talk about. A couple things I'll do off camera is finish that lower trim there, and I'm going to add the sections for the air conditioning and probably a vent somewhere as well. So those are just both 14 by 14 vents. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I never thought this video would end, but it finally did. Such a great feeling.